Hey y'all, quick as fuck reaction to the to Tuesday's Schmoedown Superhero News versus Box Office Breakdown.
Check out a quick clip right now.
We're really excited to carry on the legacy of superhero news that Adam and Hector started. I love those guys. They're great.
They're awesome.
But I'm also really happy we don't have to carry their debt of an 0-2 record. We are here to start fresh, start out the gate with a win.
Dagnino and JTE, we're the competitors. We're the holders of the mantle for Box Office Breakdown, but it is a new day, a new era here at Box Office Breakdown.
I mean, we love how talented they were, but we're a new breed. We're super nice, and it's all about love here. We love you, we love movies, we love everything.
I think we're here to have fun and to compete. I mean, what's wrong with some friendly competition? I really hope that I'm as big as a movie fan as I like to say I am.
I think everybody that comes on the show, they first start off as a fan. They love the idea of challenging their knowledge against somebody else, to see who knows more about movies. And me, after watching the show so many times, you get the itch. You want to get in the ring and you want to compete and see if your database in your head is good enough to stand up and maybe beat somebody else.
I don't really know anything about him other than Frank's a really nice guy because I just met him, so that already is points in their favor. But it doesn't matter because right now, as nice as they are and as nice as I would like to think I am, and I know Sabina is, they're in the way between us and our first win, so they just have to go.
This is definitely a step competing in the team league for us here. And to do that, you got to take off the opponent first. And we're gonna do it
nicely. We love them too.
In the most loving and kind way. And who better to take on than superhero news? Like us, people that are kind of coming in under the banner of a pre-existing team, but we hold no animosity, no grudges, no pre-existing judgment towards them. All we know is that we just want to have a firm handshake and a great match.
Good luck, you'll need it, but I hope you don't get it because we want to win.
We're gonna come after you.
Superhero news, we're coming for you, but not with a knife or a gun. It's gonna be a big warm hug.
Aw, come here.
That's right. Because we love movies.
We love everything. We love you.
And look, you see that? Like, I like that they come into the league. You can tell that there's humble, but I like when people walk in confident. I saw a little bit of cockiness in these interviews, too. What stands out to you about their chances?
It's just that the excitement stands out to me, the fact that they want to make a mark, that they plan on making a mark. I mean, you just never know with all these new teams and new players. They could be the next Nerds Watch, if you will.
I mean, but you talk about Nerds Watch, and it's really fun to look back on your career, not just on the desk answering questions, usually correctly, but it's also the pregame interviews and how you really matriculate in knowing exactly how to get into the head of your opponent. What did you not know during your first couple matches that you know now about jawing into the microphone?
Confidence. It's all about confidence. You got to step up to the plate. You got to believe that you can do it. And if you believe you can do it, then you're much more apt to be able to do it. And that has been the biggest lesson for me.
I've never had any of that, but I've got a whole lot of Jolt Cola, and we are just about ready to go. Here comes the tail of the tape coming at you. So for superhero news, they are going to be the challengers, the underdogs in today's match. Their strengths include comic book movies, which are going to be DC, Marvel. They're really good at having cool first names and baby food last names. And then we move on to a box office breakdown. That is Frank and Amy. Obviously, we know a strength that there's going to be new releases, fantasy, sci-fi, and directors. I mean, they know directors of people who direct the current movies. How far back in the lineage of cinema can they go? That might be the difference in today's match. I think I'm just about ready here, Rachel. How are you feeling?
I'm ready to go.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown! Got a special guest announcing with us. We have a special guest that you might find familiar doing the introductions today. That is none other than the one-time commissioner, my buddy Christian George Harloff. Take it away, Golden Throat.
Introducing first, representing themselves, making their Schmoedown debut, Sean and Sabina, Superhero News!
And here comes Superhero News.
Rocking the superhero garb. I love
They
it.
have arrived, shaking each other's hands as they are ready to enter the ring, representing perhaps their favorite superheroes or comic books as Sean and Sabina take their seats and they are ready to rock. And their opponents?
and their opponents. Representing the Popcorn Talk Network, making their Schmoedown debut, Frank and Amy Box Office Breakdown!
Box Office Breakdown emerging, waving glowing kisses as a matter of fact, both up here to us at our news desk and then also to the crowd.
Look at this. Good sportsmanship.
You know, sportsmanship always starts out in the league, and then it tends to build some rivalries and maybe a little less handshakes. And this is just pure class right here. Frank knows how to treat a fellow teammate, making sure that Amy is set and ready to go. And now here comes Frank up. That was a great musical selection. It reminded me of one of my favorite Beatles tunes, All You Need Is Love, Rachel, and a lot of love right up there on the table between these four competitors.
Yeah, it's very cordial. We'll see if that lasts.
So are we ready, and how are we feeling? Let's start with superhero news. You guys excited about the legacy?
Very excited. Very excited to not have the record anymore, to start 0-0 and start fresh. But we're ready to go.
We here.
They are here. They are 0-0, and that is an improvement if you know superhero news. And now we move on to Box Office Breakdown. Are you guys set? Do you guys need anything?
No, we just need to just get to know Sean and Sabina a little bit better. We're excited. Yeah, absolutely.
I want to hang out with you guys after this. Is that okay?
Cool.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, well, good. We're all going out for beers after the show.
Yes!
That's
But
right.
in the meantime, it's time to get a little dirty. There's going to be a winning team and a losing team because it's time to Schmoedown. It's everybody's least favorite part of the Schmoedown except mine because I get to talk some more, Rachel. That would be the rules for round one. It is the team format. Every competitor up there is going to hear 8 questions from 8 different movie categories. You all hear the question. As soon as you hear it, please write down your best attempt at a correct answer on the whiteboard in front of you. When we ask you individually to give your best attempt at an answer, please show the whiteboard to the cameras at the same time you verbalize it into the microphone. There's no consulting with team members on this. This is an individual exercise, but every point you get will accumulate for your representative team. There is 1 point awarded for each correct answer. There is no penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing in round one. And I'll also remind you of the 2 rules we have. You are awarded a challenge or 2. If you feel like something was an error in the game, you can request a challenge and we'll review it. You also have the JTE rule. You have 3 of these. It's named the JTE rule because JTE loves to ask to repeat a question. So if you want to repeat a question you didn't quite hear it the first time, feel free to use them as much or as little as you want, up to 3. Competitors ready?
Ready.
Yes.
Then it is my honor to let Rachel Cushing announce the questions for round 1. When you are ready, ye Shire Wolf.
Thank you, Mark. Good luck, guys. Welcome to the league, and here we go. The first category are movies, animated movies.
These are movies that are drawn, correct?
That is correct.
1
Good
point
job,
for
Mark.
me.
And your question is, what country does the Disney classic Beauty and the Beast take place in?
Tale as old as time.
It's a wonderful, wonderful movie.
Tale as old as time, really, or is it like the 1800s? I mean, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Amy there in the end. What was your answer?
France.
Give her a point.
Nice job.
Move on to Sean.
France.
He had France as well.
Frank.
And
France.
he almost
That's
wrote his
you.
name.
Is that me? Is that
That's
me?
you, silly.
You spend that in France.
He ended up spending his francs on the correct answer. And Sabina.
Yes.
They're not nervous, Rachel.
No, they're coming out of the gate strong. All right. Question number 2 is in the realm of comedies. Characters sing Bohemian Rhapsody in a car at the beginning of what 90s comedy?
Very hard to get all the words of that song correct.
At one time, I absolutely could do it. We're talking about 15 years ago.
4, 3,
Car, but
2,
remember.
1. I see a little silhouette of Sean. What is your answer, sir?
I guess we're doing karaoke with those beers. Wayne's World.
And then we move on to Frank.
Wayne's World.
Also the correct answer, Wayne's World. Sabina.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World is the answer. Amy.
Oh, hi, Mark. I like your hat.
I want to give you a point so bad. Unfortunately, I
okay.
can't. Maybe showing her lack of age there by not getting the early 90s classic Wayne's World. Watch the movie. You won't regret it. We move on to category 3.
These movies are dramas, and your question is, what movie stars Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland, and James Garner as ex-test pilots who are sent to space to repair an old Soviet satellite?
It's kind of the costume I went for today. Is it old ex
Were you a test pilot in
test
another
pilot?
life?
I'm testing this
We're the
jacket, and we don't know if it's
earliest,
working out. 5, 4, I think it is 3, 2, 1, and pens down. Pens down, Frank. Your answer, sir.
Sean has a great shirt.
He certainly does, but
Give
he
him a
is
point.
down a point in this round, Sabina. It's not a confident hold and nothing written on there. We move to Amy.
Rachel, you're gorgeous.
Amy's flattering us with
I like
compliments.
Amy.
I wish I could flatter them with points, but we just can't do that due to our incredible integrity. Sean, did you have the correct answer?
Was it Space Cowboys?
It was Space Cowboys!
Good job. Good job.
The NSYNC song started playing in my head, and I was like, that's a weird thing to start playing in my head.
So now,
You
as
should
we
sing
get
it.
into the meat of round one, superhero news starting to try to pull away from box office breakdown with a score of 5-3.
That was a big pull for Sean. And now on to your next question. Action adventure movies. In Demolition Man, what chain won the fast food wars?
I was going to say, cue the Josh McCougar
I was going to
reaction.
say there's a couple people in the audience who would love this question, including myself.
A couple people going to this place right afterwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are going to start with Sabina.
Taco Bell?
She got it right! 69, 79, 99. Did Amy have it correct?
You all are so talented.
The compliments keep coming. Unfortunately, not so much with the points. How about Sean?
Taco Bell.
He got Taco Bell and Frank.
Taco Bell.
Nicely done.
Taco Bell is the correct answer, and those nacho fries, I can't keep my hands off them. Anyway, superhero news, now a 3-point lead, 7-4.
All right, guys. In comic book movies, your question is, who directed Iron Man 3?
Was that the second or the third Iron Man?
It's 3, Mark.
My head, I'm just so rusty from Friday. I'm just a little worn out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. We go back to where we started with Amy Martinez.
John Favreau is very handsome.
He is very handsome. He did not direct
No.
Iron Man 3. He did do the first
Should have.
2. Sean.
Shane Black.
It was
Correct.
Shane Black.
Shane Black.
Shane Black is correct for Frank.
Shane Black.
Shane Black. Good for Sabina. So now we go to 9-5. Superhero news trying to take a commanding lead into round 2. 3 questions remain in round 1.
All right. In the realm of fantasy sci-fi, what 2015 fantasy stars Hugh Jackman and is directed by Joe Wright?
I don't know that I've seen all of Hugh Jackman's movies. I still haven't seen the Greatest Showman. When he sings and
There are
dances.
people in our audience who'll be very upset with you for saying that.
I've seen it like 6 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, please. Sean, I don't know if you already wrote the answer down, if you were still thinking about it. What do we got?
I don't have it.
He does not have it. It's only 3 short letters.
Sabina is cool.
Sabina is very cool. It seems like we might have Team Mutiny where they're joining each other's factions now. Sabina.
No.
0. That's what the movie got on Rotten Tomatoes, but that is
Yeah.
not the answer. And Amy.
Kate and Leopold.
Kate
It
Leopold.
was a Hugh Jackman movie. I will give that to her.
Incredible romantic
Yeah,
comedy.
yeah.
We
It
were
is good,
looking
yeah.
for Pan.
That was
Pan.
Of course.
That wasn't a movie.
That was not a movie.
Certainly not a good one.
Not only is it a movie, it's my favorite style of pizza from Pizza Hut. 2 questions remain, and the score remains 9-5.
In 80s movies, how many Karate Kid movies featured Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso?
You know, I took karate for 3 weeks when I was in 6th grade.
So you're an expert.
You know what stopped me is the fist push-ups we had. I can do these push-ups,
Ouch.
okay? The fists are where it really hurts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Pens down. Frank.
2.
That is incorrect. So close, Sabina.
Oh boy.
Sabina, your answer?
2.
Also not 2. It's not going to make McCougar any happier. Amy.
May the 4 Be with you?
Ah, you're just on the other side of correct, and now Sean.
I went with Amy, so.
All right, the Karate Kid. Lost on our younger participants. The answer was 3, and it is still a 4-point lead for Superhero News as we get into the final
I should have
question
asked Barney
of
Stinson.
round
Barney would have
1.
known.
Your final question for 1 point going into round 2 comes from the category of horror thriller.
And the question is, who played Lydia Dietz in 1980's Beetlejuice? It's another 80s question.
Yeah, a lot of 80s questions for a lot of youngins here. Played Lydia Dietz, and we go to...
It is Beetlejuice.
5, 4. What am I all-time
Sorry,
things? 3,
Beetlejuice.
2, 1. Pens down. Sabina Graves.
Winona Ryder.
Give her a point. We have broken the curse. Amy Martinez.
Michael Keaton.
Ah, it's a good guess. He's in the movie, but he is a different character. Sean.
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder is correct, and Frank.
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder of Stranger Things fame. So now Superhero News is going to be taking a cushy 4-point lead into round 2. And here's where it gets exciting, Rachel, because this is affectionately known as the wheel round. The wheel round, it is called because...
Okay, I'm going to have to cut it off there. I have like 15 minutes to get to work. Alright. Finish it up later. See you guys next time. Bye!